Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode. And this is a really dope episode because this is Veterans Day, and I am, of course, a veteran. Shout out to all the veterans out there. This is our day. This is when we celebrate ourselves. This is when the country celebrates us. And as you know, I'm a vet. My wife is a retired vet, and I'm just salute everyone who put on a uniform, regardless of what uniform you put on. You are a vet today, and today is our day. So shout out to all the vets. Shot a clock right now. If you wore the uniform, be it for 3 years or 33 years, you are a veteran, and I appreciate the service. Thank you for your service. Cheers. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you get your podcast, you can follow your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We are talking about, first off, we're going to recap a little bit the game last night, yesterday afternoon. But we're going to specifically talk about 3 things that went right in against us North Carolina State Wolfpack women's basketball team. We won by 14 points against this basketball team that was ranked 9th in the country. Very good basketball team. And we had to play better than we played against Michigan. We had to, and we did. We stood on business. We followed the assignment and all those cool sayings that the young folks say. It's probably too old now, but that's what the young folks used to say. But we did what we did, right? So in order to beat a team like North Carolina State, who plays 4 guards, we had to dominate them in rebounding. And we did. We dominated North Carolina State in rebounding. This is even with Chloe not playing, even with Ashlyn Watkins coming back, from our hiatus. We dominated them in rebounds, total rebounds, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. We played Carolina basketball. We got 38 rebounds. They got 20. We got 10 offensive rebounds. They got 1. The head coach said, how in the world can you get 1 offensive rebound in 40 minutes of basketball? Well, it happened. It happened against South Carolina. The notion that we can't, because we don't have Camila Cardozo, that we can't rebound the basketball is crazy. First off, let's begin with that. And when we put in the effort, and that was a key thing in this basketball game, effort. There were a lot of hustle plays. There were a lot of hustle stats. There were a lot of defensive adjustments. The girls worked their butt off defensively. Now, North Carolina hit some shots. Some shots they normally won't hit. North Carolina is not that great of a shooting basketball team. They aren't. They shot the lights out for their standard on yesterday. They really did. But we were there. We made them work hard for everything that they had. And in terms of rebounding, who was the leading rebounder for South Carolina women's basketball on yesterday? I'll wait. Oh, yeah, it wasn't a post player. It was 5'9" Hollywood Raven Johnson with 9 offensive rebounds. Okay? So the notion that Raven Johnson, and it is irritating the hell out of me. It really is. Talking about her shooting and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Raven Johnson's a basketball player. And we have basketball players on this basketball team. So if you are not shooting the ball well per se, Raven was 2 for 5 from the field, that's 40%, and she didn't shoot the ball enough, in my humble opinion. I want her to shoot at least twice that, but that was 40%. She had a couple assists, but she had 9 rebounds. Raven Johnson, by far, is the best rebounding guard in the SEC. Don't say anybody else's name. When Raven Johnson wants to get rebounds, she will get rebounds. And in yesterday's game, she got rebounds. But she wasn't the only one, because we saw a sighting of Feagin. We saw Sania Feagin getting 8 rebounds in 30 minutes of basketball. Sania Feagin with extended minutes got extended stats. I loved it. Gamecock Nation loved it. We love Sania Feagin. We embrace Sania Feagin. And she getting 8 rebounds and playing the way she played yesterday. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a problem. It is a problem for opponents. It is. And that ain't it. The third player leading rebounder in this basketball team only played 19 minutes. 19 minutes and got 6 rebounds. That was Ashlyn Watkins. The crowd erupted when they said Ashlyn Watkins' name, and she, came into the basketball game. 6 rebounds, 19 minutes. She didn't get any offensive rebounds. And I'm surprised about that, but she didn't get any offensive rebounds, but she got 6 defensive rebounds, and she played some good minutes. And rebounding is so important. So important in winning a basketball game. But you know what else is important? Hustling, aggressiveness, intensity. So our basketball team going to talk about hustle stats, stuff that don't necessarily be on the stat sheet, but what is on the stat sheet you have to highlight. Okay. And in this segment of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, we talk about players who led the hustle stats. And this is a combination of offensive rebounds, steals, and block shots. And last evening, the hustle player of the game was Joyce Edwards. Joyce had 3 offensive rebounds. Okay. That's stellar, especially for a freshman. She had 4 steals. That's +7 on the hustle stat. She didn't have any blocks, but 3 offensive rebounds, 4 steals for the 6'3" forward from Camden, South Carolina, number 3 overall recruit in the class of 2024. That is wonderful basketball coming from a freshman. Not a junior, not a senior. Joyce, you watch Joyce play, she's all over the court. She's all on the ground. She's diving. She's doing everything she can to get that basketball. Love it. Plays so hard. So hard. And we talked about Sania Feagin with her rebounds, having 8 rebounds, but she also had 8 out of those 8 rebounds. She had 2 offensive rebounds. Hustle stats. She had 1 steal. She had 3 block shots. Sania Feagin filled up the stat sheet in multiple ways, in points and rebounds, assists, steals, block shots. She keeps that intensity that she played against North Carolina State and have it, continue on. We transfer over to Coppin State on Thursday night. That's going to be special for the Feagin family, for the Gamecock family, and especially for Sania Feagin, who has worked her butt off for 4 years in a Gamecock uniform. And the third player in hustle stats, Raven Johnson. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 steals. Come on now. It's more to basketball than just points. It's more than basketball than 3-pointers. There's a whole lot of other things that players can do. A whole lot of things. Steals, offensive rebounds, regular rebounds, block shots, a whole lot of things. And Raven dominated in hustle stats, in rebounding. Feagin did so many things in this basketball change the trajectory of this game. Joyce Edwards balled out in hustling. Yes, she had turnovers, But she tries so hard. And I think she tries harder than anybody on the court. The way she's so aggressive in getting that basketball. So awesome to watch with this Gamecock team. The second thing, or second takeaway of what we did very well in yesterday's game is perimeter shooting was so much better than against Michigan. We shot horrific against Michigan. That can't be understated. We can never forget that. First game of the season, we didn't shoot well. Our guards did not shoot well in the totality. Yes, Powell shot pretty good. Yes, Tessa shot pretty good. But overall, we had some offers. We had some 2 for 10s. We had some things that did not look like Gamecock basketball on Monday night. But against North Carolina State, you saw the return of a player by the name of Tahina Powell, who played good against Michigan, but played sensational against North Carolina State. And the guards in the totality, our guards shot 22 for 39. 22 for 39 for guards who played 15 or more minutes. I'm not going to list Tessa, who played 9 minutes, who was, dealing with an ankle injury and didn't play much at all in this basketball game. Hopefully everything will be straight for Coppin State and against East Carolina. But for 22 for 39, for 56% from the field is good play, is really good shooting from a guard rotation that featured, Raven and Bree and Powell and MiLaysia. Let's keep it real. It was good. Now, 4 for 13, 31% for 3 is still not Gamecock basketball, but it was better than the 19% that we shot against Michigan. Okay, the things are gonna roll in, trickle in, and we will be back to our regular scheduled program as being one of the top shooting teams in the country. Have no doubt. Have no doubt. Come on, y'all. Come on. We will be fine shooting the basketball, and our guard shot so much better. Powell was feeling herself. She shot. It was awesome. MiLaysia Fulwiley was on a different level. It was like she was back on the playground, back in the backyard, doing things that that she's so natural doing, and she only played 18 minutes. That's Fulwiley. 18 minutes, 18 points, ladies and gentlemen. That is the definition of instant scorer. What can you ask for more? I was just overjoyed. Just turn it over. Just 18 minutes, 18 points. Come on, y'all. Special. And the third thing that we did well, we defended the basketball. North Carolina State hit shots. We defended well. Watch the game over. We moved our feet. We played hard. Good teams are going to hit shots. That's what good teams do. But if you look at the analytics, which I do 2-3 times a day on our players, right now through 2 basketball games, Joyce Edwards is our best defender through 2 basketball games. So the players that played 2 basketball games, Joyce is the best defender on this basketball team right now. She has defensive rating of 76.1. That's Joyce Edwards, a freshman. 76.1. Joyce Edwards is 10th in the SEC in steal percentage. She's 11th in the SEC in steals, overall steals. She has 10 steals through 2 basketball games. What in the world? This is Joyce Edwards. She's 20th in the SEC in defensive plus minus. She is changing the game defensively for this Gamecock team. In high school, we limited the fact that she was a sensational scorer, rebounder, a passer, all those great things, and was the best player, in my humble opinion, in the country this past season during her senior year. But in South Carolina, her defensive effort is something special. I don't know. I don't know if we can quantify right now through 2 basketball games how good this young lady is. I don't know if we can. Through 2 games. Once the turnovers slow down and the game slows down offensively for her, woo! It's going to be a crazy time in Columbia. I'm telling you, she is a special basketball player. And now with Ashlyn Watkins returning to the fold in the 19 minutes, Ashlyn Watkins had a defensive rating in the 60s. That's what she did last year. When we have Ashlyn Watkins, Chloe Kitts, Sania Feagin, and good old Joyce Edwards, man in the post, good luck. Good luck. Good luck opposing teams trying to stop this. I'm telling you. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.
J-Rock, did this beat?